Hey everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. So at the time of this being released, at the time of this being filmed, the video of my third film is out. It's out. Like finally, after so long, of making it, it's out. And Jackson and me, we're actually gonna talk about the film and some theories on it. So, you ready for that, Jackson?
Sure.
Yeah. So Jackson already mentioned that one thing he liked in the film was the villain's death, which was the spring lock failure, right?
Right.
And explain to the audience what exactly you liked about that specific ending.
I like that it was caused by it was like a slow death, kind of, you know?
Yeah,
Like it wasn't a quick painless death. It was it was a very painful death that he experienced. And I also just like how Joe just stands there and watches him as he dies slowly.
yeah, and now explain another thing that you actually liked about the film since you watched it.
Another thing that I liked about the film was the CGI scene was really nice, really well done. I really like that scene.
Yeah, but it's like Uh, and that scene actually took me fucking hours, like 2 hours to do. Like that's, I think for any scene, that's the long. I think for any scene in my movie, that is the longest time for one scene to do. But is there
Yeah.
anything about the film that you liked?
Is there anything else? I there's a lot of stuff I like about it, but I'm gonna just mention a few specific things. Another thing that I liked about it was Isaac's death scene. That was a good scene.
Yeah, and then it just immediately after you see Joe just like kind of go like get sad from that, you immediately transfers over to Isaac in the heavens, I guess. But we're gonna just watch the video here, and me and Jackson are gonna discuss the the film theories on this, and how
All right.
it links to the other two films, and how it will to the possible how it will link to the fourth film. So, and then if there's anything interesting in the film that we both like, that along with the theories. So, you ready, Jackson?
Yep.
Alrighty.
New, okay, new sound effect. That's new.
You know what? I actually liked how I put that together. Like, I really enjoyed putting that. Don't you think?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Can't believe it's me already. So I'm missing this place. You know, I don't know if you like. I don't know if you noticed this about that bit, but that bit there when he blew the whistle, and then like there was like a delay for when he actually disappeared. Do you notice?
I did notice that. So that means that the gold dust was already running out.
Yeah, and it's like you can already tell that like is he like it took a second for him to disappear. It like literally took a second to like the moment he blew it, it took like a second to disappear. He didn't immediately disappear. He just it he just it just was a delayed reaction. It was like a delayed it was delayed timing basically.
Right.
I don't know why my camera froze. I'm just gonna turn off my camera. But anyways, here we go. Feels weird not being in that world anymore. Okay, all right. Let's see what's on the news that I have not seen for the last year.
Breaking news. Reports are flooding in from across the globe that a slender figure is roaming the earth once again. Witnesses describe the entity as a glitching, uncontrollable mass and radiating a dark aura. Experts believe that this is no other than Joe X's, a fusion of two formerly defeated villains, Joe X and Charlie.
What the fuck?
Authorities urge citizens to stay indoors and report any signs of glitching anomalies. Remember, this entity is unstable, unpredictable, and extremely dangerous.
No. What? What the? What?
Hello, Joseph.
Jesus Christ, Isaac! Oh my God! Why are you here, dude?
I should be asking you that. You've been gone for a year. A whole year. And you've done nothing to help us.
I just, I just needed a break, dude.
And while you were taking space, we were fighting, watching everything fall apart. You disappeared, and now Joe Exis is here to kill us.
You think I wanted this, Isaac? I didn't want this to happen. I didn't plan for this to happen.
Then maybe you shouldn't have left then.
Wait a minute. How'd the fucking thing get even created in the first place?
Hank and another scientist, we don't even know his name. They worked in secret, built something off the wreckage of your last mess. Could contain it. Thought wrong.
And what happened to the other guy?
The other one died. Joe Exis killed him during the first test run. And Hank's still out there.
I'm gonna find fucking Hank and he's gotta fucking pay for this shit.
Just try not to K.
So, with that scene alone, from the moment Joe returns to him running, there's some tense about to come up, like in film wise. Don't you agree?
Yeah, and I was surprised that these scenes were so early on. I thought these were going to be later on and not earlier on, just from what the script looked like. These seemed like scenes that would happen later on in the movie, but I guess I don't know anything.
Yeah. And how would you say that like this bit here kind of like interties with the whole like timeline of events for the film, like all three films? Like what do you think would like this, like what theories or whatever do you think is kind of brought in the moment here?
Wait, sorry, you glitched out a little bit. What did you say?
So, like, what do you think? Like, what kind of theories or whatever do you think for this specific film? Do you think, uh, like, do you have for this specific scene alone?
Um, I I don't have much to say, though I will say this is the first appearance of what I would like to call Joe's dismissal in this movie, or Joe's dismissive behavior would be a better way to put it.
Joe's dismissive behavior, huh? Explain
So,
that. Explain that.
I mean, have you noticed how in this, you're the one who made the movie. Have you noticed throughout the movie that Joe seems rather dismissive of Isaac, like not really responding to his points that he makes, or not directly responding to them. Like especially when later on in the movie, by the way, if you haven't watched the movie, I mean, you should watch it before you watch this video. You know, I mean, if you're this far and you've already been spoiled pretty much, but anyhow, yeah, he was pretty dismissive of Isaac and even said he was going to thank him one day.
Yeah.
Which, which seems like he's trying to get Isaac to be appreciative of the fact that he killed someone when Isaac clearly does not feel that way about it. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and clearly it's like something inside Isaac is it's like I feel like Isaac knows something is going on that Joe just refuses to see because on Joe's kind of state of mind in this one bit.
Right. That's the big thing, right? He's kind of again that's why dismissive. He's dismissive of what's actually going on around him. He's delusional. He's not realizing what's actually going on. He can't get out of his own headspace.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go on to the next bit.
I gotta admit, you tricked us real good. We don't like being tricked. Hey, what's so funny?
Well, I didn't think that my plan would actually work.
So you think creating beasts like that was worth it? Smile for the camera.
Is that all you want? I got a whole act.
You were very interested in this camera when we took you. Now, you'll see what it really does. Should I actually start now, Joe? 50% power. That camera is actually an explosive device to your inner organs, which means that at full blast, you go kaboom. What do I care? I can replace my inner body parts. You may be able to, but after full impact of the camera, unfortunately, there won't be any parts to replace. Joe, are you sure that he's the one? Yep, he's the one. Roger that, Joe. No!
Oh, by the way, I've seen this scene before, so I don't have much to say.
Yeah.
But I will say, I gotta say though, Joe, this was the moment that Joe went into his villain arc. For sure.
You think this is the moment he went into his own villain arc?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, up until this point he's been the hero, but now he's not just killing some clone, he's killing somebody that he knew very well. And in a very brutal manner. Sorry. Very brutal manner.
But you also gotta know that Hank, that Hank in the first film was really just a dick, and then in the first film, and then of course after in between the time that Joe disappeared and the time that Joe came back, he created a villain for this film, and basically just kind of caused Joe to now have to kill him, basically. If you understand.
Yeah, I do understand that, but it still doesn't make the fact that his death was not brutal. And also this was again, I just think that, in my opinion at least, this is the moment where Joe starts to really fall apart. I mean, it definitely happens later on when he kills Mark, but this is like the moment where you can tell, okay, he's starting to crack.
Yeah. And it's whatever.
Okay. So, after a very long day, I am now going to watch the news that I am glad I recorded for tonight. Well, for the time it is
To use a
now.
DVR?
So, let's just.
What?
So you use the DVR?
Basically, yeah.
Tear it on and just see what they have to say.
Good morning, citizens of Sodor and beyond. It is May 27th, 2063, and we begin today with breaking and tragic news from the outskirts of Sector 7. Last night, former police sergeant Nick Sanchez was killed in a violent explosion at approximately 11:43 p.m. Emergency responders arrived at the scene shortly after reports of blinding flash and sonic boom were filed by nearby residents.
Holy shit, okay. I didn't think the explosion got that intense.
The only remains found at the blast site were a single finger, presumed to be Hank's. The surrounding area was littered with blood, viscera, and radioactive debris. Officials are calling it one of the most gruesome and untraceable deaths in recent memory.
Wow. All it left was a single finger? I would have thought that would have, blown up with him, but I don't know anymore. It's the future, I guess.
Authorities have identified a radioactive phototype camera among the wreckage, charred but still pulsing with unstable energy. Investigators believe the camera may have been the cause of the explosion, though how or why it was detonated remains unclear.
Well, damn. I should have removed the camera right after the explosion, but there was fire and I didn't want to get too close to it, so yeah, I just left it there. I got out there when I had the chance to. So, but I'm glad they didn't get me on surveillance camera.
According to sources, the original Joe, the controversial creator of the Clone Initiative, was seen at the scene of the explosion, accompanied by his longtime associate Matt Lauron.
Fuck, they got me, but I didn't get arrested. So let's see what they had to say. Like when I apparently did the interview with him earlier.
When questioned, Joe reportedly stated that Hank had been involved in, quote, illegal activity behind the scenes, and hinted that Hank may have deserved the fate that he met last night. Joe and Mark have not been charged with any crimes, and authorities say that there is no immediate evidence suggesting their involvement in the explosion.
No immediate evidence. Huh. I feel like that's gonna bite me in the ass later. But at least Mark didn't get charged either, because he was the one who fucking detonated the whole thing. Holy shit.
This raises questions, not just about Hank, but about the technologies and powers still lurking in the shadows of our world.
I mean, it is the future, so what do you expect?
This has been Thomas, reporting for Sodor Global News. Stay safe, stay alert.
Well, I guess
Stay safe.
that was something. I didn't know they reported that so fast with how late fucking Hank died last night.
Hello, Joseph.
Holy Jesus Christ, Isaac, don't scare me like that.
Not as scary as what you become.
Come on, you saw the broadcast. Hank deserved what he got.
So that justifies murder? You blew him up. You killed him.
Well, I ended him because if I told the authorities about what Hank was doing, they would have just buried this anyway. So I decided to kill him and get this off my back, okay?
That wasn't your call to make.
Oh, come on. He was doing illegal stuff behind their backs, and not to mention, if you didn't notice, that son of a bitch made the fucking creature that is now roaming out there, which, to be fair, I have not seen him. So, I don't know where this cretin would be, and I just don't know. So, Hank honestly got what he deserved.
He's still a human being.
Hank stopped being that right after those souls were fused, okay?
You're not a judge, jury, or executioner. Joe, you're just another broken clone with a guilt complex.
Maybe I'm not, but at least I did something about this.
Yeah, you did something all right.
Look, Isaac, you do not understand the shit that I had to go through when the first two guys came at me, okay? I had to kill a bunch of people that were on their side. I had to do what I had to do. I had to do it. If I didn't make that fucking cloning machine, then none of this would have happened. But at the same time, I probably wouldn't have lived for this long either. So, you know,
I don't even know who you are anymore.
you'll thank me one day for keeping your ass alive, okay?
No, I won't.
I just had to do what I had to do, and it had to be done, okay? It had to be done.
Okay, right before we get to that bit, so in the movie sense, what can you tell is going on between Joe and Isaac there?
A rift. And what I mean by a rift is a rift in their relationship. A
You think
very
so?
It
big
had to be done.
disagreement. Yes. If you're just listening to the conversation, Isaac's trying to tell his side of the story, but Joe is not listening. Or trying
Yeah,
to tell his perspective, I guess, or
it's more.
opinion.
It's more of a. I feel like it's more of a perspective side because Isaac's trying to tell Joe of his perspective of what happened, and Isaac basically just is trying to tell him. But then I don't think Joe's the character. I don't think Joe's really gonna just be listening because like inside his head he's trying to kill all the clones because he's just trying to get peace basically.
Right.
And I don't know if you I think in the film you can notice when I made this tile card it made it make this was really good when I edited that when I made this.
Right.
First time we see the villain.
Sir, we just got confirmation that the creator is back from his vacation.
So, the fool decides to come back, huh? Howdy, Alec.
I don't think he's suspecting what you're gonna come at him with.
Of course he doesn't. He's always blinded by those shadows he casted. He thought erasing me would fix everything. But I rose from the ashes, angrier and stronger.
Well, what are you gonna do now?
Now we finish what we started all that time ago. First, we take that magic so he can't leave with his precious gold dust.
And what about all those worlds that he's protecting?
We'll tear every single one of his worlds apart, bit by bit. And we will be ready.
Okay, now what do you think? Now, what about that scene? What's like in film sense? What kind of theories about like that scene? Like, do you have for that one?
Okay, so first off, I kind of got the impression that the guy who is talking to him, which I'm guessing is his assistant, is scared of him.
Yeah, probably because of probably the two because of I'm guessing because of the two souls that are embedded in him. He's probably now either I'm guessing Golden Freddy now because he's much more pissed off now because that's two souls who were killed by the same guy. So I'm guessing they're pissed off at him and they want to try and get rid of everything he has now, right?
Right. And of course, but another impression that I got from him is he reminds me of, I don't know who the villain is. I'm trying to think. He reminds me of an older, I'm trying to think, what does he remind me of? He kind of reminds me of almost like a a villain from a superhero show, I guess is the way to put it. He reminds me of one of those.
Okay.
It was a blast, wasn't it?
Camera, Hank, he was right there.
Yeah, he was. The camera overloaded. The feedback surged, hit his core. He killed him.
You said the charge, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I'm not mad, Joe. I mean, this is bigger than like any of us, and Hank knew that.
Well, well, well. Look who's talking about corpses, eh? How pathetic. Tell me, Joe. You gonna tell him the rest? You gonna tell him how you planned it and not just caused it? Chris, what are you doing here, Brandon? Justice? Truth? Hell, maybe just a little chaos just to top off this evening. Won't you agree? Don't even fucking try it, Joe. You won't win. You think you're the only one hurting? No. But I'm the only one that's fucking honest about it.
Do I get saying this?
No. Shut up! Admit it. You lit the fuse and you let Hank get killed. I didn't watch him burn. He did this to himself. Hank was the one who made that, and Hank had to die for it. Liar. You knew he did it right after you came back, and... Oh. Jackson left. I'm gonna have to pause this and then we'll see what happens. Okay, sorry for that little interruption. That Jackson accidentally had his thing die, and I moved to a different setup. So, yeah. So you ready to continue this now?
Absolutely.
It was a blast, wasn't it? Camera, Hank, he was right there.
Yeah, it was. Camera overloaded. The feedback surged, hit his core. He killed him.
You said the charge, didn't you?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I'm not mad, Joe. I mean, this is bigger than like any of us, and Hank knew that.
Well, well, well. Look who's talking about corpses, eh? How pathetic. Tell me, Joe. You gonna tell him the rest? You gonna tell him how you planned it and not just caused it? Chris, what are you doing here, Brandon? Justice? Truth? Hell, maybe just a little chaos just to top off this evening. Won't you agree? Don't even fucking try it, Joe. You won't win. You think you're the only one hurting? No. I'm the only one that's fucking honest about it.
Do I get saying this?
No. Shut up. Admit it. You lit the fuse and you let Hank get killed. I didn't watch him burn. He did this to himself. Hank was the one who made that, and Hank had to die for it. Liar. You knew he did it right after you came back, and you decided not to do anything to...
Holy shit!
Funny, that was my exact reaction to that.
What happens now?
Honestly, though, I don't know why I'm surprised.
Wait, okay, was that actually your exact reaction, like right at as soon as that happened?
No, for real, that was the exact reaction I had. Well, it wasn't exactly like his. Like, I didn't say the same words, but it was like pretty much the same reaction. And I even said the same word too.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so what kind of theories do you have about like this very scene here?
First off, first off, the obvious, somebody other than a Joe clone being in here or a train is very weird, which means some people must have survived the Joe apocalypse.
Okay. And maybe I don't know if you've noticed in some of the shots, but the Freddy mask. Did you not notice
it.
that there were some shots where the Freddy mask was in the background? Like maybe that's foreshadowing like the end of the film where the villain actually puts on that mask, because maybe that's hinting at what the villain will wear at the end of the movie.
Possibly.
Yeah. Maybe I just put that in just to make it hint at the end.
Right.
All right, finally, I got a peaceful night to myself, even though it's fucking daytime. But I got a peaceful. I think I finally got a peaceful day for once. No clones, no explosions, no nothing. Oh, fuck. Why do I feel something happening? Hello, Tiger Toes. You. Of course it's me. What, you think I'd be hiding forever? You can't catch me, you piece of shit. Losing your sparkle, huh? What perfect time. Now where do you keep the rest of that shit? You won't find it here. You're not clever enough to stop me. Oh, yes, I am. No, you're not. Oh, I am clever enough to stop you. No, you're really not. You think you're clever than me just because you got weird eyes and a weird fucking entrance? Oh, I am smart. You're just a discount of a superhero with mother issues and no goals. Says the glitch in the fucking multiverse who thinks monologuing is a part of their fucking personality. Oh, I own my monologues. You are just stalling. Damn right I am. Now keep doing it until you tell me where my gold dust is, you glitter nose fuck. I'll make the most of tonight, because you won't like tomorrow. Tomorrow's not ready for my fucking ass.
Okay. Now, what can you like theorize about that scene, or like what stood out to you the most in that one specific scene?
First off, the way he's talking, no other villain in the series so far has talked like that.
Like what?
Like the way he's talking, the condescending, you know?
Like so like the way he's so you're saying that the way he's speaking isn't how the other two villains spoke?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And what about like basically Joe trying to escape like and losing his gold dust? Doesn't that remind you of like a I don't know, Thomas and the Magic Railroad in some way?
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah. It's like honestly, like, you know, I definitely feel like this is where his downfall truly begins because he has no way of getting out of there now.
Right.
All right. My gold dust has been gone for as long for like days now. I can't seem to remember. I need to have someone help me. If not, I'm on this solo. And I think I know someone who can help me. Come on, pick up.
Hello, who's this?
Steve? Steve, is that you?
Joe? Oh, hey, Joe. Why are you calling, dude?
I'm calling you because I need your help finding my gold dust.
What on earth are you talking about, man?
My gold dust, it's gone. And Hank, who's now dead, created the monster. And I'm trying to like get away from him while also trying to find the gold dust. Like the source of it. So could you help me out?
Listen, I got finished running these stats, and I'm already running late to a departmental potluck, so...
Fuck your potluck. I'm trying to prevent a war with this guy.
Not this again. Goodbye, Joe. See you at Planet Earth one of these days.
Fucking Steve. The one time I need you, you're out just doing whatever the fuck you want. But one of these days, I'm coming after your fucking ass.
Okay. So, what about like what specifically about this scene do you find like interesting, or what theories do you have about this like scene?
I don't really have much to say about that scene except Steve is this character being named Steve a reference to Steve from Minecraft, or
In some ways, yeah, but I just had to make Steve because I think I think this was after the Minecraft movie came out, like when I did this. So it's whatever. I just named my characters.
Hey, Connor. What's up, man?
What the hell is Chris talking about, Joe?
What the hell are you talking about, Connor?
About Hank. The explosion. What happened?
Connor, you shouldn't do this, man.
No, I need to know right now. Did you have anything to do with Hank's death?
Look, Connor, I did what I had to do. He was compromised.
Compromised? He was your friend, and he was my partner. You're telling me you killed him?
Look, Connor, I just contained a threat. That's all.
Contained? Joe, that explosion blew up a whole city block. You could have warned me. You could have warned him.
Look, Connor, Hank was working with the villain the whole time. I gave him the chance to come clean, and he didn't do that.
You son of a...
Think about this, Connor.
I am thinking that you let your paranoia kill one of the only good men we had.
And I'm thinking about how you don't get it. There's no clean side to this war at all.
You crossed the line. Now you're just cleaning up bodies to cover your tracks.
Hank made his choice. Just like Chris. You want to be next?
No, but I'm not going to be a name on your list.
Ah! Fuck! Damn it! One of these days, Connor's gonna die. Hopefully, I'm the one to do it. Fuck!
Okay.
I'm the one to do it. Fuck!
Okay. So, do you have any theories on this scene or anything interesting to say about that scene?
You know, if I'm gonna be honest about that scene for a second, what I find most interesting about that scene is just the conversation itself about, like Connor is pointing out Joe's, I guess what you would call it, like he's basically calling him out for what he did. And again, Joe is not listening.
Yeah, basically, he's just trying to find. I think Joe's just trying to find his way out, like because I think he's starting to lose his mind, basically, and he's trying to think for himself, but he doesn't know how to properly, I would say, think, and people are just trying to help. Like those guys are trying, like all the clones, and even Connor's trying to help him by just telling him not to kill people, but then it'll end up getting him killed. Like, and then it just ends up bad for both parties, basically. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
All
Especially
right.
what happens in the next scene.
What the hell was that?
Looking for me? How cute.
Come on. Where the hell are you?
Right behind you.
What the hell are you?
Okay. What do you got to say about that scene?
Well, that's a big impact moment, and it also leads to Isaac's death. But also, you also got to think, is that's gonna. So, if you guys have watched the movie and you're watching this video, you might know that that's kind of the turning point of everything, because that's what also leads to Isaac's death, and that's also what leads to everything else happening, pretty much. What leads to Mark, talking to Joe and all that. So it led to basically everything that happened later on.
So you're saying that because of Connor getting killed by Joe Exis, I'm guessing Mark. So you're saying that Mark probably found out at some point, like within the 4 days, and then and then 4 days after Connor's death, uh, Connor brought no after Connor's death, Mark brought Joe out there and basically just told him the truth about what happened.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, let's see what happens in the next scene.
All right, Mark. Why'd you bring me here? Look, I just wanted to tell you that Connor's dead. What are you talking about? Joe Exis caught up to Connor a few minutes after you and him fought, and then I don't even know how to say this. Joe Exis snapped Connor's neck, and now he's going to kill Isaac. That's the reason you brought me here, isn't it? To not go to Isaac to prevent his death? I know that sounds bad, but I just wanted to protect you. I wanted you to I wanted to take you out here so that way you wouldn't get angry. You're fucking dead. You're fucking dead. Wait, no, Joe, come on. Ah, son of a bitch. Well, my ass is fucked. So I might as well get prepared for it.
Okay, well, what do you guys say about that one?
Well, that scene, there's not much to say about it. It's kind of self-explanatory, though I will say, the whole thing with I guess, what am I trying to say? Like with Isaac, um, and obviously Mark not helping Isaac was kind of strange to me. I thought that was kind of weird, but
Yeah,
obviously had to happen for the movie to continue. So
yeah. Okay, now we get to probably the most impactful scene and probably one of the most, I guess, sad scenes in the film that kind of, I would say, majorly brought Joe to his downfall, and also, like, basically,
yeah.
one of the sad scenes in the year that I've been doing this. So let's just see. Let's just watch. Mark has to be wrong. He told me Isaac was gonna die yesterday, but he didn't. Mark has to be wrong. Why do I hear some strange ticking? Isaac, no! This can't be it. This can't be the end. I can't believe we just lost my one friend. What am I gonna do without him now? I'm gonna lose my sanity. What am I gonna do now?
Hello? Anyone there? What is this place?
You're in the afterlife.
What do you mean?
You died, unfortunately.
Oh,
So, how was your friend Joe when you were alive?
Joe kind of lost his mind during the whole war with the clones.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Yeah, but ever since Joe X, something cracked. Something deep.
He was just so young
You
when he
know,
was given power
hold on.
magic
I
responsibility.
gotta say something. I like how you changed the magic railroad thing into it's like what am I trying to say? It's like now dark and blue instead of colorful. I like that little detail.
Yeah,
He built the worlds, many worlds, but forgot to build a place for his own heart.
Right. After Charlie died, that's when he disappeared into the other world, the one where the engines live. where Thomas, Percy, and all of them still smile like nothing has changed. He thought maybe, just maybe, he could find some peace there.
He wants someone to tell his story before he becomes just another goat.
He keeps trying to write it all down, hoping someone else will write the ending for him.
He tried to relive old memories, built new ones on old tracks, but the tracks always led him back to the same emptiness. No matter how many stories he's told, he could never write his ending.
That's why he's still here. Why he can't move on. He's afraid that if he dies, no one will remember the truth. Not about the wars, the worlds, the magic, but about him.
He doesn't want normality, he just wants to be understood.
I know.
Do you think he still feels anything?
I think he does, but he's afraid to. He knows every time he feels, he loses someone.
He lost us all, and still he refuses to stop.
Maybe that's his curse. He was meant to carry the story, even if he was the only one left to tell it.
Or maybe he's waiting for someone to rewrite the ending, someone brave enough to remind him he's still human.
If there's anything left of him to save.
Watch over him, Isaac. Even if he doesn't see you, he needs you now more than ever.
I always have. I've never given up on him.
All right. Well, what is interesting about that scene, and or is there any theories with this scene?
Let me think. Okay, so honestly, the biggest thing to me is about that scene is just the way that they speak. It's just the way they're speaking, like they're close friends. It is kind of interesting, and it makes you wonder: do Isaac and Lady know each other by any chance? Maybe.
Yeah, and also, what do you have like with how like Joe acted instantly after seeing his only best friend die and not making amends with him. Like, what do you have to what about that? Like, what's interesting about that? Like basically like what makes Joe like Joe's reaction to seeing his only best friend die without making amends to him like so interesting.
What makes
Like,
that interesting?
yeah.
All right, but well, okay. I think I think it's mainly not only it's just the remorseful reaction, obviously, but also it's the way what he says afterwards. He says he's gonna lose his mind.
Yeah.
That is basically the way like the way
But the
because
way he said it,
just the way he said it, yeah, and also what he does afterwards, really shows it. He has officially lost it. That was the moment right there where everything fell apart
okay.
for him.
Hey, Joe, buddy, it's me, Mark. Whoa, whoa there, buddy. Calm down, Glenn. Calm down. You let them die. You didn't tell me about him. You led me out there just so they could die. Listen to me. You gotta calm down, man. I didn't expect or want them to get killed. No. I trusted you. I trusted you. But you let my two friends die in this godforsaken house. I completely understand that you're going through some stuff, but I get it. This house is haunted or whatever. Whatever. But just Just believe me on this. I didn't want them to die. I swear. No. You let my friends die. And now I'm gonna let you die. I get it. I get it. You want me dead. That's fine. Just let me just explain myself. And like I get it. Like everything after Hank's death has kind of gone crazy because you found out about Joe Exis. And now and after Hank's death, you've gone crazy. I get it. But just calm down. Just trust me. Like, come on, man. Sorry, too late. Well, now I just gotta find Joe Exis and kill that motherfucker.
Wow. All this time, and you still haven't killed the villain yet?
Hey, I don't see you doing jack shit.
All right. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, that's right. You back down, motherfucker.
Well, this just made the plot hole for the movie really interesting.
Fourth wall break! The only fourth wall break in this film!
Yep.
But besides the fourth wall break, what do you find interesting about this bit in the film?
What do I find interesting? Well, I think the conversation between Mark and excuse me. Mark and Joe is pretty interesting. Because it's like that is his last like ally basically now, and now he's pretty much dead.
Alone?
Yeah, he's pretty much alone. Yeah, pretty much alone now. He has no one to go to, and anyone else who's in this world are basically just clones.
Alrighty.
Though I will say there aren't many clones in this movie compared to the other movie.
Yeah, probably because most of them are either hiding in the shadows, fighting in a war, or dead.
That makes sense.
Here comes my favorite scene, too. That took hours.
Guess it's really all gone. If I can't find the source for making more, I know how bad the consequences will be. I've seen that many times. I've never really been told what to do in a gold dust crisis. I've only been told that if I can't remember the clue, someone will remind me. But what is that person or thing that's going to remind me? What is the clue?
Small use, demons. It's a sunny day.
It's not that sunny. Not since Joe isn't back. He left our world acting suspicious.
Something about the way he vanished. It didn't feel right. That villain, the one after him? I think it has something to do with Joe's magic.
I think his sparkles are gone.
I'm scared for Joe, for all of us.
I know, Percy. I know.
If he's out there and he's weak, what if he can't come back?
And if something happens to him while his magic's gone, the one chasing him might not stop with Joe. He could come for all of us.
Even an engine as big as me?
Yes, Gordon. Even you.
What was that?
It's all right, Percy. It's probably just the wind. We faced worse, haven't we?
Worse? Joe's gone and we're sitting here like waiting targets. We should be doing something. Searching, hiding, anything.
Is this villain using Joe's magic against him? Then we need to be strong for Joe, not just panic.
Easy for you to say. You didn't see the way Joe looked when he left. Like he knew he wouldn't come back. Then we must make sure he does. He's one of us. You brought us together when we were falling apart.
And if he's out there fighting alone, we owe it to him to stand tall here.
Wherever you are, Joe, please come back.
Thomas, if you still believe in Joe, then so do I. But if we lose that belief, we lose everything.
Okay, well, what do you think is interesting about that whole scene? Jackson? Uh, Jackson.
Well, honestly, just everything. Like from the conversation they're having to the whistle to the voice acting to really just everything about that scene is pretty interesting, honestly. I think it's just a really interesting scene, and it's one of my favorites in the movie.
Okay, and but here's a good theory that I have. So, what do you think the whistle was supposed to mean when they all heard the whistle? What do you think that whistle was meant to represent?
What was it meant to? What was it meant to represent? I think it
Yeah,
was meant to represent the ghost engine, right?
well, maybe, but that could also maybe that ghost, maybe that whistle was meant to try and warn the engines that something is going on with Joe, and that whistle is trying to alert them that they need to like try and figure out a way to help him. Like maybe that's just trying to, get them more alert.
Yeah.
But who knows? Man, it's been about weeks, maybe months rather, since I last had my gold dust. I can't even keep track of it anymore. But I need to find the source for my gold dust. But mainly, I need to find a way to kill Joe Exus so that way it can be easier for me to find my gold dust, or at least find the source of it. And wait a minute. I remember Jack telling me not too long ago that the suit that Joe Exus is wearing is a custom made spring lock suit. So that means that it's weak. It's custom made. It's not like the main ones. I don't know why I'm stuttering because I guess I'm so excited. But then he also told me that Connor shot it twice right before Joe Exus killed him. And it had no effect. I now know what I need to do. I need to do this now. Or no, not now. Not now. I wait till tomorrow. I need to get geared up. Okay. Well, I think that scene is, and you know what? You know what? I say that scene is interesting because Joe finally understands a way to kill the villain because
Right.
of the suit that was built. Like, don't you agree that that's interesting of how he figured it all out himself and not having someone else tell him?
Right.
And is there anything else I'm missing from that scene that could be interesting, or any theories on that scene or whatever?
I don't really think so.
Okay.
But I think the last scene does.
Okay.
Hello, Joe Exus. Oh, Joe. You think this is how you're gonna kill me? Just by bringing me here to my somewhat unpredictable death? Well, I didn't bring you to have your own uncertain death happen, or as you would say, unpredictable death, but actual death is coming right to you at some point in the next couple of minutes. Oh, yeah? I'm pretty much indestructible. Nothing can kill me. Of course you say that. But Let's just see how this bullet does. Whoa, buddy. You know, bullet can't kill me. That suit you're wearing, you'd think it's untouchable. But I've seen many like those. And it's actually a custom built spring lock suit. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's a custom built spring lock suit. And I think that's the weakest one that has been ever made, I guess. I've been around for a year, so I don't know how those custom built ones are made, but I have seen one be worn, and that is a custom built springlock suit. So, oh yeah, that's a custom built springlock suit. And
Oh, I forgot to edit that out. Forgot to edit that out. Fuck! That's an editing mistake I made.
I was wondering about that.
That's an editing mistake. Damn it!
Yikes.
Well, yeah. I guess he was trying to. Yeah, that's an editing mistake. Hold on.
I mean,
But I don't know what. Like, maybe I could go back and hold up. Maybe I can go into YouTube Studio, cut that, and then. Hold on. Yeah. Let's just get this video done first, and maybe I can edit that. Edit that. Then we can do whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, because whatever.
and I'm going to enjoy every single moment of it. You can't kill me, Fury. I got two souls on you. Well, now that he's gone, I think I got some other stuff I got to deal with too, but I just don't know anymore.
And credits. Okay, what do you guys say? Well, besides that editing mistake, what was really interesting about that whole scene?
Honestly, the last part reminds me of the spring lock thing, and honestly, just the way that Joe just stands there while he dies slowly, and he's enjoying it.
Yeah,
He's reveling in it.
yeah.
But
But before right before we get to the post credit scene, I want to get your opinion. I'm gonna play the credits, and then I want to get your opinion on the music choice for the credits too.
All right.
Turn lost treasure back into stone until you see me. There you are again, so blindingly. Stealing my soul away from me. The moon was high and then laid low. below. The sun did swim and the moon did cry, but neither reached the ocean sky.
So, what'd you think of the all the credits and the music choice of this film?
I liked it. I thought it fit the film well.
Yeah, you know what? When I actually chose when I was thinking of the end credits, I found that from another end credit bit, so I just thought I'd use the music for that. And now we get to the post credit scene. Now let's just see what happens here.
This reminds me of like analog horror, by the way.
Really?
Yes, that reminds me very much of like an analog horror, or even like some like retro like 90s type of horror thing. It also kind of reminds me of the Blair Witch Project a little
Hmm.
bit. It's very horror like is what I'm trying to say. Um
Basically, it's like you're saying it's more. Basically, it like you said that it's more horror like, right?
yeah. Yep.
But honestly, uh, I definitely think the film was good, and honestly, uh, you know, it's like you know, with the way that with the way that everything happened in the film, that I feel like this was to me this was a success in some. I definitely think this was a success because I I definitely feel like it did good in explaining how crazy everything was in the way of Joe losing his one true friend and Joe basically just losing his mind over the fact that his friend is now dead.
Right. And honestly, I would give the movie an 8 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to say to all of you watching, thank you for watching the film and watching this video, and thank you to Joe once again for letting me be in the film.
No problem.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good movie, and I think it set up a lot of things for the fourth and most likely final installment, which will be coming out 2026.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. Any last thoughts, Joe, on the movie? Are there any fun facts?
Well, Actually, there are some fun facts I actually want to explain in the film a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
So, so basically, um, this whole thing, was, I would say, this was actually during my during the summer, and I think some of these were actually, uh, were actually done. I think after after I graduated high school too. So, um, and 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 actually during Hank's death, no, like throughout all the film, the room to the door, the room with the spare room is right by the stairs, like where the final scene happens. Normally that'd be always be open in the other scene in other uh films, but then it's like, but in that one scene with Hank's death, um that bit was actually my one of my aunts from that's my that I would say is my mom's, that's related to my mom. uh she was actually staying the night because my mom's sister was actually sick and was in the hospital. So she was actually staying over, and she was in that spare room, and that was with the door closed. And
Wait, which scene are you talking about?
the scene with Hank's death,
Okay.
that door, if you didn't notice, that door was closed actually.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that, but interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that no that yeah, she was actually sleeping in there at the time of me actually filming that bit.
Huh.
So I just thought, I had to, film it because, I know like how I was gonna do it, and
Right.
then I had to do it because I didn't know how else to film that scene with her in there. So
Right. Right. Are there any other things like fun facts?
uh, uh, I would say, um, that basically another fun fact for this, I would say, is uh, that this film, uh, I would say, like, not only is longer, but also probably took more out of my time to do because, you know, basically, uh, the film was basically just, you know, just, I would say, some long mystery between, like, to this. And basically, and with my friend Booker, and another fun fact, with my friend Booker, when me and him filmed that scene with where he threw the gun at my face, that took, I think, three attempts to do. Because I think the first two were literally just him throwing the gun at my chest, and then I think on the third time he threw the gun at my face. He actually hit me in the face, and that when you heard me do that that odd noise, that actually hurt me. Like that actually had I actually
Yeah.
had a little pain from that, and that's one of the few stunts that I actually wanted to pull off for the film too. So, you know,
Right. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
yeah. So really, that so I just fixed the editing mistake, and you know, it should be fixed now. So, you know,
Right. Right. That's
and
good.
you know, uh, like basically that whole scene, like that whole film, I'm actually happy for because that is like I think that's one of the few lead ups to the big finale. And honestly, I definitely feel like the big finale is going to be interesting. Like when the fourth one
Right.
comes out. Anyways, Jackson, if you have anything else to say, say it now. Otherwise, I'm going to end the video here.
I think I'm good here.
All
Nothing
right.
else left to
Well,
say.
thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe, yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, uh, yeah, Jackson, do your outro now.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. And if you enjoyed, subscribe and like and hit that notification bell. And just remember, Godspeed to you all. Godspeed to America. Stay safe out there. It's a dangerous world. Don't create clones of yourself, especially not like 8 billion of them. And also, um, I also just want to say, again, I know I already said this, but thank you to you all for watching this video and watching the movie. And because of your guys' support, we're able to make films like this and videos like this. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you later.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.